Hey guys, welcome back to Astrology Bliss. Carl, you look fine, I promise. You guys didn't see him in my previous videos. This is my cat, Carl. He's gotten big and even fluffier. And he was like, do not put me on camera right now. I am not ready. Look at his face. Anyway, I just wanted to apologize that I disappeared for a little bit. You know, life can get in the way sometimes. Life can get in the way sometimes, and I just wasn't sure if I was gonna come back or not. Maybe eventually, but I didn't know when. Then I started getting, messages and comments saying like, when are you doing next month? And like, oh my gosh, you have to come back. And as a Pisces, I can say self-doubt is pretty common. And this is me saying that I really do appreciate you guys messaging me and reaching out to me for readings. I'm really glad that I was able to help you guys in some way, and I'm going to do my best to keep doing readings for you. I will be honest and say, in terms of getting things done quickly or in a timely manner, there are a lot of readers who are like, every 2 weeks I'm going to have everyone's readings out, and I can try and do that, but I know myself, and I'm going to start now by getting out 2018 reading for each sign, so those are going to trickle out, and we will go from there. But again, thank you for... Hi Aries, welcome back. This is going to be your yearly reading for 2018. Okay, so first let's talk about your energy right now. So, Aries, you have definitely, whoever I'm talking to, who this message is meant for, you have just been through something that might have come out of left field, right? It's like, even in a lot of readings, I watch a lot of other readers. I get the Tower all the time, right? And I do readings for myself, and I get the Tower, but I think I know what the Tower is going to be, right? Tower is not at all what I expected, and I'm just like, okay. But something that I think that you're noticing in the past, and you're an Aries, right? In the past, when you would be hurt emotionally, you would react. You're an Aries, right? You're not the quiet, docile. You go. You have something on your mind and you go. But this time, I think that you shocked yourself a little bit, because when whatever this Tower situation was, when it came in, you didn't react. You might have taken a step back and reflected. And by the time you were able to respond to it, you were thinking about how much you've grown spiritually, how much you've grown emotionally in order to have this kind of reaction. And if that's what happened for you, you need to take a minute and pat yourself on the back, because that's huge. I don't even know if you realize that. It took me a minute to be like, wow. Carl has a thing with going inside my drawers. Hey. Hey. Anyway, so the energy I have for you right now is the King of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Pentacles. The King of Swords is somebody with air qualities. So this is someone, it could be an air sign, but it's someone who is very grounded. So, you know, if you look at this picture, he has a sword, right? He's looking right at you. Okay? So he's looking right at you. And the sword represents some kind of communication. So this communication that comes in, it might seem harsh, but he's in the upright. And with him being in the upright, it's communication that needs to happen, something that needs to be said. And it's all in favor of stability. Maybe they have in mind the idea of, you know, what's the best thing to do so everybody is financially stable, or what's the best path that we can take so, you know, we're on solid footing with our finances, where we live, stuff like that. And this is what I just talked about, the Hanged Man. This is you. This is you hearing what was said, but taking a step back. This is a very Piscean approach, right? So if you have Pisces in your chart, my sun is on the cusp of Pisces and Aries, so I resonate with this very strongly. So this card is all about you taking a minute back. And so I believe it was the story in Buddhism, right? I don't remember. I should really look it up one day because I've used this in multiple videos. But, you know, the purpose of hanging upside down from a tree is because if you're looking along a path, right, and you're always looking from the same viewpoint, the path is going to look the same. But then the purpose of hanging upside down from the tree is you're looking at something from a different angle. And if you look at it from a different angle, it takes a whole new meaning. You know, maybe you've noticed flowers over there since you're hanging upside down that nobody's picked them yet. Maybe you're noticing, what? Wow, I've never noticed, like, you know, that nest over there that's full of baby birds. It's like you're not noticing like these little things and these little beautiful parts of this path that may have seemed somewhat barren to you before. And then by taking that step back to reflect, you're able to speak from a place of balance. You're able to speak from a place and react from a place of balance and harmony, and you're able to have a reaction and see a path for yourself that is balanced, not just for you, but for everybody. So with that, let's get into your yearly reading, Aries. I feel like it's going to be very important here. Okay. By the way, I hate the sound of people shuffling. It's like the worst thing on the planet. So I apologize because, like, you know, yeah. Okay. No. Sorry, I'm new to shuffling. Normally I have my other ways of shuffling, but trying to keep it a little more professional. Okay, so I think this is January. These two cards I'm not sure about, so I'm going to say it's not them. February. March. April. May. June. July. August. Hey. Carl about to jump up here. September. October. November. December. Give me 1 second. I haven't been pulling clarifiers for other readings, but I feel like I need to for this. Hey. Okay. Say hi, Carl. Okay. So, in January right now, sorry, there's a cat on my arm. We have the Hierophant in the upright, clarified with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So what I'm getting right now is that you have been, and I will say the Ace of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. Okay, there's a lot of negative looking cards here, but the Ace of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck, which is beautiful, so don't worry, okay? So the Hierophant clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, I'm strongly getting that you have been working so hard to what you believe is the right thing to do. It's, you know, the thing around you that everyone else is doing and everyone else says is right. And, you know, the energy that you're in now, that I just read right before I put these cards out, you're realizing, okay, I think you've already realized a while ago, this isn't right for me. You kept working at it. And now, with, you know, this thing that just happened, you realize, no, it's time to stop working at it. I'm working at a dead end. And, you know, why, I hate the phrase, don't poke a dead horse, but, you know, it's done, right? So with your thinking that whatever I'm working towards is not what I'm supposed to be working towards, this causes you to tap into your spirituality, like I was talking about before, where you have a very refined approach to your emotions right now. And, you know, you're able to look at a situation, even if it hurts, and you're able to say, okay, you know, this is, one, the universe is interfering, because even though intuitively I knew something wasn't right for me, this is the universe saying, like, okay, well, you know, you knew this a little while ago, so now we're just going to take care of it for you. But, you know, the Hierophant is in the upright, okay? So with you taking this alternate approach to the way you're reacting, you feel good. You feel complete in doing it, and you feel strong right now. And I forgot to mention, you know, this is the energy coming into the year, okay? So right now I'm getting, so this is coming into January. Maybe you have this anxiety, you have this worry. You keep feeling like, I need to be on guard for something. Like someone is going to backstab me. Someone is going to betray me in some way. And I need to be strong for something, but I don't know what it is. And if you're intuitive, you're really trying to figure out what it is. And it's like, you don't know. And then, you know, coming into January now, it's like you're starting to see what that energy was and what that energy you've been carrying around with you is. So in February, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Six of Swords in the reverse. So the Queen of Cups in the reverse is someone, the Queen of Cups in the upright is somebody who, she's usually very in touch with her emotions. She's usually very empathetic, very caring, very compassionate, very giving. And when she's... Woo! I'm going to leave that card there. And when she's in the reverse, she's somebody who can be holding on to grudges or holding on to negative feelings or negative thought patterns. Maybe you have this feeling that you're not good enough, that you failed, that, people don't want you, people don't love you. None of that's true, by the way. Okay, so stop that. I promise. People love you. Okay, whatever path you're on, it's the right path for you. And you're being guided to take steps to, find what's going to make you happy. But with the Queen of Cups in this deck, I'm going to put it back in this position. But, so the Queen of Cups in this deck, she actually looks really sad. And she's really staring at that one cup. And with it in the reverse, this isn't necessarily the traditional meaning of this card, but what I'm getting is she's really upset. She's really hurt. And, with the Six of Swords in the reverse too, it's like she's kind of ruminating on something that happened, possibly what happened in January. And, it keeps playing through her head and running through her mind, and she's kind of upset and I can't believe this happened. So your message for February is, it's like a Five of Cups energy, actually. And so your message for February is that you need to keep moving on, okay? As much as it hurts, you have the strength to keep going in the direction that you need. You really do. And I'm big on the clarifiers today. I don't know. So, okay. So, in March, pulled both of these cards. And as clarifiers for the King of Swords in the reverse. So, if you remember, the King of Swords is somebody, they popped out before we did the yearly reading. And the King of Swords in the reverse is somebody who has a lot of self-interest. This is somebody who can be really cutting, who, they have a lot of ego involvement in whatever they're doing. And it looks like in February, you're questioning whether or not to be involved with this person, which it might not be the same person who popped out originally. The Lovers is a choice, right? That involves a lot of emotion. So you're questioning keeping a situation with that person or being young, new, starting out over, but going out as a Page of Wands, making that choice to do so. And it might be scary, but it doesn't terrify us. It's not worth it, Terrify us in a good way. And you're questioning, should I start something new or should I stay to what I've been doing? In April. Ooh, okay, that jumped. Okay, so the Two of Cups kind of, there's a lot of correlation. I think it's related. Okay, yeah, okay. So I think the Two of Cups is significant which is not until October. Also, I'm sorry this energy is so scattered, guys. It's like my energy is scattered, and I feel like yours probably is too. So bear with me. But yeah, so in April, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Devil in the reverse. So I feel like there's a big escape through substances. There's a big escape through unhealthy behaviors. And, it's like maybe you're worrying, maybe you're not comfortable, maybe you feel unsure of yourself, your footing. And so you're really relying on negative thinking and negative behaviors to gain a false sense of stability. And, and I think it has something to do with, my computer would run out of battery right now. Hang on. My goodness. Sorry. Go. Good? Good. Okay. And I think it has something to do with, you know, something not working out with someone. So in May, we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. So it's possible that you feel like, you know, things you've been striving for, the things you want, it's like they're delayed. They're taking a long time. And if you've been pursuing creative endeavors, they don't happen overnight. You know, you've got to give it time. And the Wheel of Fortune being here is really powerful because that means that things are starting to shift. You're going to see a shift because, I mean, yeah. So hang in there because the things that you want and that will make you happy are coming, but you just need to stay positive. So in June, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is a moment of clarity, but it's also a new start with something involving communications. Are you a writer? Do you have a YouTube channel? Do you do both? Are you a public speaker? Are you something, you know? And I think with this moment of clarity and realizing what you need to do, you end something the next month. This is in July. You are ending this, is what I'm getting. It's not happening to you. I think you're ending something because you realize this isn't it. And, you know, the next month you're really reflecting on what you ended. And there might be heartbreak because you know what listen, you feel a lot, you care a lot, you're very passionate, and even if you end something, you let go of something, it might hurt a lot. And, you know, it's going to be something that you might have some difficulty fully walking away from, fully walking away, which when you really care about something, I think that's normal and it's okay. Or it could be if this is another person that they're going to have difficulty walking away. Or maybe you realize that where you're living in August, when you end that, you know, you realize that you need to move somewhere else. You need to move on in a way, and it hurts. But ultimately, you know. In September, we have the Hangman. And it's like I said at the beginning of the reading, the Hanged Man is all about taking a moment to pause, reflect. And there might be an emphasis on moving somewhere where you have time and you have the ability to pause and reflect. You know, maybe you live in a busy city and you feel like you can never just slow down and stop for a minute. You feel like you never have access to a tranquil setting. I'm really getting that you might want to move somewhere where you're able to just be in solitude and take a walk in the park, take a walk in the woods, go sit by the ocean. And because a lot of people, myself included, they can't figure things out unless they have solitary time to think and clarify and sort things out through their mind, in their mind. And in October, when we have the Two of Cups energy, I think you're realizing that you need to do this by yourself. If you're somebody who frequently takes advice from other people, you always look to people for advice, you never look within yourself. I think in October you're going to realize, I need to do this myself. Or if this is a business that you're starting or have been working at, yeah, you're like, I need a minute. Or not even I need a minute, but like, I need to do this for me. And, you know, it's like people can be amazing. They can really help us sometimes, but sometimes they can hold us back a bit. And yeah. But honestly, October, even though it's the Two of Cups reversed, October actually seems very positive because I think you're realizing like, hey, I can do this. Why do I think that I can't? And you will. In November, okay, well, this card popped out while I was shuffling, but not planning to take it, but I will. In November, you have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So if this is in regards to a move, or this is in, you know, this is moving, if this is what way can I take this business I've started, or what should I go for? This is not you not having options. You have a lot of options at your disposal, okay? And one of them that's coming towards you, Knight of Cups, he's in the upright. One that's coming towards you, you're like, yeah, I want that one. And I really think you're going to love it. I really do. Awesome. So going to December, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So this can be a young person. It doesn't have to be, but it can be someone who's not necessarily, let's say, as mentally mature as you are. I don't think it's you. Maybe it's even, you know, what I'm getting is like, maybe it's even somebody that you're starting to mentor. You know, maybe you're in a position where you have built up your business or, you know, skills so highly that now people are coming to you, honestly, that they're like kind of young and confused. And they're just like, help. You now feel successful enough that you can guide other people and mentor them so they're not this reverse Page of Swords. Because I'm going to be honest, I remember my first internship. I was a mess. My boss from, you know, my first internship ever sees this. Thank you for putting up with me. But, you know, it's being able to mentor someone so they stop being this like super irritating Page of Swords and turn them into the upright Page of Swords so that they can jump up to the next level and start building their skills for themselves. And that was clarified with the Ten of Cups. So I think this is something that it's going to be so emotionally fulfilling to you because you're going to realize that not only are you helping somebody, not only are you helping somebody on their path, but you realize how far along you've come in your path, that you can give this guidance to other people and you can reflect on where you've been and be like, wow, look what I did. And then, yeah, the energy coming out of 2018, you have the Emperor, which is you, Aries, and the Three of Pentacles. And I'm really feeling like whatever you're building, whatever you're working towards, you will be in a position where you're stable enough, maybe where you have enough of an income, you're making enough profit off your business that you need other people to start working for you. And remember, the overall energy for this spread was the Ace of Pentacles, okay? Okay. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. I'm really happy. I'm going to be honest, at the beginning of this reading, I was like, especially when I saw the cards coming out, but this is so nice. Yeah. I'm so excited. Hope you guys are. Yeah, I think this is a big year for you. If you're into numerology at all, and if you're not, you should totally get into it because it's pretty cool. Check what your yearly number is. It changes it changes on your birthday, and it changes at the start of a new year. And so for me, on my birthday, which is in March, I was an 8. 8s are all about power, right? You know, they're all about working, ambition, power. Think like Capricorn, right? But 8 is a great number. It's very stable, but has a lot of energy, a lot of motivation, a lot of movement. And coming out of that 8 energy, going into, I'm now at a 9 energy, going from 2008, or going into 2008. Now I'm at a 9. And 9 energy is 9 is the last number. Okay, we're not talking about master numbers. Life path 11, right? That's me. The only other numbers that don't get reduced down are 20, 2, and 33, and 11. But we're not talking about those. In the normal numbers, the 9 is the end of a cycle. So this is something that you have been working at. You've been building. You've been pouring your heart and soul into. And being at a 9 year, you're finally at a point of completion, and you're going to go into the next cycle, so that when you hit your 1 year, which is the new beginning year, no major transformation happens with, I'm going to be honest, without some degree of pain. And, you know, I found that the most painful experiences are what transform us the most. If we get knocked down, we're only down as long as we choose to stay there. And it's always within our power to pick ourselves back up. And Aries, this is I'm really excited, okay? Because as harsh as some of these cards looked, you're making a lot of the decisions here. And the 2 oracle cards that I got. So we have lost love. So yes, it's possible you're going to feel some heartbreak. It's possible you could break up with someone, or, you know, but the thing is, like I was saying, degree of pain, you have the tree of life, and this is all about blessings and creativity, destiny, fertility. So sometimes we have to lose something that causes us pain. But when something that big is occupying our sphere, our life, you know, it's blocking room for something else. So when you take that out, now I'm going to be honest, it's like, what can I don't know why I keep thinking of like a scab, but like, I don't know. That's not even a good example, but you know, it's like you peel something away. So when it grows back, yeah, okay. Here's my scab analogy. And scabs are gross, by the way, sorry. So you have skin, right? It's super soft, and, you know, if I poke it with something, it'll hurt. And don't get me wrong, a scab will totally hurt too, but if you feel the surface of scab versus skin, skin is very soft, very smooth, very fragile. And then a scab, if you, like, directly on it, it's like, it's hard, you know? And it's like, I'm not saying think of yourself like a scab. Like, that's not... Oh, God, this is a really terrible analogy. Either way, yeah, just pretend I didn't say that. But unless you got what I was saying, and you're like, whoa, okay, this is strange, but I get it. Either way, you lose, you gain so much more. Aries, I think this is going to be a really, really huge year for you. Whatever you're worrying about or feeling right now, feel it, okay? It's, you know, we transform the most when we allow ourselves to feel the things that we're terrified about. But there are such beautiful, beautiful things coming in for you. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here and sticking through the reading. And I'll check in with you soon. Bye. Hey, thanks for still sticking around, even though your reading is over. If you do want a private reading with me, just email blissforestastrology@gmail.com. The link will, or I guess the email address is posted below. And depending on what kind of reading you want, we can discuss rates. Yeah, but I am best at doing really in-depth astrological chart interpretations. I can do it for you personally. I can do it for you and a romantic partner. And then there are 3 different types of charts that I can do for that. I can also do a tarot reading for you, or we could do a package where we do both. I'm pretty flexible, I'm pretty understanding, and really I'm not in this for the money, I'm just in it to help people. So we can work something out.